Okay, so this is my Dragon Ball. Um, what if this is a Dragon Ball what if of mine? It's basically like what if Broly and Paragus uh, had attacked King Cold's planet and pretty much killed King Cold and like destroyed all his followers or whatever before King Cold was able to find and rebuild Frieza. So basically, so pretty much not King Cold, but Paragus and Broly go to King Cold's planet and, pretty much kill King Cold and destroy all his followers and whatnot. Okay, so Trunks still gets to the Z Fighters or whatever and warns them about the androids coming in 3 years and all that stuff. And, so they know they need to train for 3 years to, prepare for the androids and all that stuff. But also Broly and Paragus are out, destroying planets and all that stuff. And so, King Kai, pretty much tells Goku about what Broly and Paragus are doing, out destroying planets and all that stuff. And so basically the Z Fighters and Goku and whatnot, all them, they pretty much decide that Paragus and Broly are a bigger threat than the androids that are going to show up in 3 years. So pretty much they're going to go fight, try to fight Broly and Paragus and stop them from, blowing up planets and whatnot. And also, this what if of mine is only going to feature the Broly and Paragus characters. Every other character in this what if is going to be, from the canon. Like the only ones that are non-canon are going to be Broly and Paragus. But anyways, so Goku, gathers up the Z Fighters and Vegeta and whatnot, and using his instant transmission, pretty much he goes to pretty much the planet Broly's on, where he's, attacking and killing off the population of the planet and whatnot. And, so basically the Z Fighters try to stop and defeat Broly and Paragus, and they get killed. Pretty much the Z Fighters aren't powerful enough to beat Broly, so they die, basically. And, Broly and Paragus win, pretty much. So back on Earth, at this point, Cell, of course, is awoken, all that stuff. And pretty much he absorbed 17 and 18 and became perfect Cell. And Broly and Paragus, continue to go around other planets and all this stuff, right? Conquering and destroying everything and all this stuff. And pretty much they make their way to Earth. Broly and Paragus do. And so pretty much they team up. Like, basically, Broly, Paragus, and Cell pretty much, like, join forces, basically, to, like, terrorize the Earth or whatever. And so anyways, so Baba brings Goku back from the dead, back from Otherworld, for a day and whatnot. And, while Goku was in the other world, he was training very hard. So pretty much Goku's become about as powerful as he was when he fought Cell in the Cell games. And, but Goku, so anyway, so Goku comes back to Earth for a day. But Goku knows that's not enough power, basically, to, stop Broly and Cell or whatever. So anyway, so then Goku goes into the hyperbolic time chamber and trains really hard and whatnot. And, pretty much he unlocks, he reaches Super Saiyan 2. So Goku uses, his Super Saiyan 2 powers and whatnot to kill Cell and Broly. And then, Goku has to go back to the afterlife and whatnot. Because his time on Earth is over and whatnot. Which leaves Paragus still alive to, like, terrorize the Earth or whatever. So Baba basically brings another Z Fighter back from the dead or whatever for, like, a day, like Tien or somebody. And pretty much that, Z Warrior kills Paragus. So pretty much all the threats are over for now. But anyways, so now I'm going to go into, like the Majin Buu arc. So basically, Babidi and Deborah and all them still show up on Earth and try to revive Buu, but pretty much it doesn't work. Pretty much there's no powerful fighters on Earth that can help, bring the energy to revive Majin Buu. So pretty much Babidi, now I know this makes no sense and it would probably never happen, but we're just going to say for the sake of this what if that Babidi decided, and Deborah and whatnot, decided not to blow up the Earth. They decided to just leave and leave Earth untouched and whatnot, and pretty much just go out into the galaxy searching, trying to find warriors that are powerful enough to help resurrect Majin Buu and whatnot. So anyways, now I'm going to go into the, like the Resurrection F arc. So, remnants of Frieza's army pretty much find New Namek, and they, they bring Frieza back to life, right? And then Frieza decides to, pretty much not kill the Namekians and not blow up the planet, because, pretty much he decides, like, I might want to use the Dragon Balls again in the future on planet Namek and whatnot. So, so Frieza just leaves the planet after being revived and whatnot with his army and whatnot, and he still trains for 4 months and unlocks Golden Frieza and all that stuff. And, but anyways, so Babidi, bumps, pretty much attacks Frieza. So pretty much Babidi's trying to use, he knows this Frieza's powerful and whatnot. And basically he's trying to use Frieza's damage energy to, resurrect Majin Buu. So pretty much he's, making Deborah fight Frieza. And Frieza's not having it. So basically Frieza kills them all. Basically he kills Deborah, he kills Yakan, Weep Wee, Babidi, and he blows up the Majin Buu egg because, they irritated him and they're bothering him and whatnot. And plus, Frieza, that's what he does. He destroys people. But, so they're all dead, basically, and Frieza won. Anyways, now I'm going to go into the Moro arc. Okay, so Moro still, escapes prison, still goes to planet New Namek, and, kills the Namekians and gets all his wishes granted, like freeing all the prisoners and, getting his magic restored to him. Moro, so pretty much Moro bumps into... So pretty much Moro and Frieza are out, like, conquering the universe. They're, like, destroying people and stuff. And, just pretty much running stuff, right? And, basically they bump into each other and pretty much decide to team up. Pretty much, like, they're going to continue to go around conquering and the universe and whatnot. And pretty much they're going to... it's like, hey, you get 50% of the universe and I get 50% kind of thing. So, they've pretty much teamed up. So anyways, now I'm going to go into the Granola arc. Okay, so Granola still finds out about how Frieza is back from the dead or whatever, and he's still angry, and he still, gathers the Dragon Balls and makes the wish to become the strongest in the universe. Frieza, still finds... whatever he finds, like the hyperbolic time chamber or whatever it is, where he trains for 10 years and all that stuff. But he's not just doing it because he's, hungry for power, which he is, but he's not just doing it for that in this particular case. He's also doing it because he decided, like, I'm going to not tell Moro about this place, and pretty much I'm going to get more powerful and basically just kill Moro and all his goons off and, keep the universe all to myself. So, Frieza's in the time chamber or whatever, training for like 10 years or whatever. Anyways, so Moro pretty much decides to go to planet Cereal because, that's what Moro does. He eats planets and whatnot. And so that's what he does, right? He goes to planet Cereal and pretty much tries to eat the planet and whatnot. And, Granola's not having it, basically. And since Granola wished to be the strongest in the universe, pretty much he's too powerful. and he basically kills Moro and all of his goons off, and whatnot. The Heaters still sneak around behind like Granola's back or whatever, and like wish gas to be the strongest in the universe without Granola realizing and whatnot. So so pretty much gas goes in there and kills Granola, right? But anyways, then Frieza still emerges from the time chamber as Black Frieza, and he eventually bumps into the Heaters and kills off all the Heaters, including gas. And so yeah. Anyways, so back on Earth, Dr. Hedo and Magenta and all them, pretty much they're still doing their thing, bringing back the Red Ribbon Army or whatever, and pretty much they're evil, basically, like they're doing like bad things behind the scenes or whatever. They're like hurting the people of Earth and whatnot, like, I don't know, like wars or something like that. And so pretty much Baba, basically Baba's like ready to, bring, if they want to, pretty much she wants to bring back another, Z warrior or whatever to try to fight the threat going on Earth, basically. And since Vegeta like died with with evil still in his heart, he didn't keep his body, and Gohan's like, I think Gohan would still be like young or something. I don't think he would grow up into an adult since he died young, but so probably the next best capable fighter would be Piccolo, because I don't think Baba can bring back the same character more than once. So I don't think she could bring Goku back. But by the way, Piccolo's been training hard in the afterlife, and he's probably like the next best character that could possibly make a difference. So he comes back for a day, and it just so happens that at this time, Future Trunks also comes back, to planet Earth and whatnot. And but long story short, basically the Gammas also figure out that like Magenta's evil or whatever, and he's like unleashed Cell Max upon the world to like destroy it or whatever. And so basically the Gammas team up with Piccolo and Future Trunks, and they destroy Cell Max, because yes, Piccolo and Future Trunks are no match for Cell Max, but the Gammas can damage him pretty bad. So basically the Gammas sacrifice their life to help Trunks and Piccolo destroy Cell Max. Somehow Frieza gets wind of all this, and so he basically just shows up on Earth and decides to kill, Trunks and Piccolo. Well, I guess he can't kill Piccolo, but he decides to kill Trunks, and Piccolo is like already gone before Frieza arrives. He like goes back to the other world or whatever, because his time ran out. But by the way, Frieza goes to Earth and decides to kill Trunks. Frieza, I guess I'll just say Frieza like tries Earth's food because he just gets curious or something, and basically he likes it. Long story short, he likes the way the food tastes and whatnot. And so pretty much Frieza decides not to destroy the Earth, basically, even though he easily could, as he's all powerful right now and whatnot. But anyways, by the way, Frieza goes back out into the universe and just continues to conquer planets and just, kill off, all kinds of like population on planets and whatnot. And, pretty much he's just training hard and making his Black Frieza form even more powerful and whatnot. And, basically Beerus finds out how powerful Frieza's become and, all that stuff, right? And pretty much Beerus is annoyed, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much Beerus doesn't like Frieza. He's annoying him, basically. So Beerus pretty much wants to kill him, basically. Long story short. So, so pretty much Beerus finds Frieza somewhere out in the universe, and like I said, he's pretty much just annoyed with him and tired of hearing about how powerful he's become. And so, basically Beerus kills Frieza, right? Pretty much kills him off. And that's it. Basically Beerus, he's not going to go around killing like good people. He's only going to, blow up planets that, where he doesn't like the taste of their food. And of course he likes Earth's food, so Earth's going to be fine. But that's basically it. That's the end of the What If. Pretty much Beerus kills off Black Frieza. And pretty much as long as your planet has good tasting food, you'll be all right, because Beerus You know, that's the only way he's gonna destroy the planet. But anyways, that's the end of the what if. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed.